Welcome to Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. We will find out a whole lot more about these teams this Week 1 showdown here on EA Sports College Football. It's the BYU Cougars and the Arizona State Sun Devils. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
If you haven't been to Tempe, Arizona to a college football game in Arizona State, it definitely should be on your bucket list. This is one of the most unique stadiums in all of college sports, built into the side of a mountain. You literally can go for a hike and watch the college football game. They have one of the most fun atmospheres in all of the stadiums, and they have built a concourse that is definitely worth a visit. A little club scene gets you going if you want to watch the Sun Devils. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. So BYU's headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. Fielded in the end zone, it's Griffin. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Pass to 6. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Going to try to get it himself. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And that's the problem, man. You want to heat this guy up. You want to bring some pressure, but you see the other side of that coin. You bring pressure, he sees it, he can run, get the first down. This defense, it's kind of a pick your poison. Too soft, too laid back, he runs it and takes off. Too much pressure, he can run it and run away from guys and take off. So nice third down conversion by the quarterback.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Snapped it in the shotgun. Quick catch. Turning it on. The 20. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
You know, this offense knew coming into the game they were going to get some opportunities to take shots down the field. They feel like they've got the guys on the perimeter to win one-on-one, and you saw it right there.
They'll run it. It's Brown. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And the first drive, man, both teams, they want to set the tone for the football game. The offense drove the ball down the field with some good success, but where it matters most, when you start to get in this area, the defense finds a way on second down to get the big sack. Big third down coming on this first drive.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
You're feeling really good about that, right? Brand new season, first drive of the year. The juices are flowing. You march the ball down the field. You don't get a touchdown, but at least you come away with 3 points. Very positive start to the year.
Give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. All right, guys, let's chat about BYU. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters. I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down and inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
Back to throw. It's Bachmeier. Turns it upfield.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
The Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Working the ground game. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
Makes the catch. It's Ncaa. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Pulls it on the option. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Wants to throw. It's Bachmeier. Back's got it on the screen. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
They've been really good moving the chains on 3rd down. Now 1 yard away from another first down on this drive. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. And the Cougars have it with a 1st and goal. Left side is Phillips. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass again. Trying to find the end zone. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture. After such a long drive, so many first downs, you've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
Escapes the pressure going right. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting it.
On 1st down, it's Brown again. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Hey, coaches talk about it all the time, man. We want to run the football, get in manageable 3rd down situations. Well, you don't have to worry about that. If you can just hand it to this guy, and he gets you a 1st down, and he gets you another 1st down, the ground game is really working. This offense has got it flowing.
They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Sells to run, looking to pass. Fires to the middle. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
2nd and long here. Looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Brown. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. In the red area, it's Brown. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Makes the grab. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Keep it on the ground. It's Brown. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. No problem for the offense there. They just took care of business.
And you practice these situations nowadays, you know you're going to go for it on fourth most of the time. 4th and 1, you feel very confident, you're ready to rock and roll, and they get the first down.
Here's Robinson. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Motion from the wide receiver. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. Still looking to his right. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona State! Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. And he's not going to take the touchback. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Oh, he's got some space. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at him.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Caught behind the line. It's Ncaa. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Timeout taken by the Sun Devils, their first of 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Fresh set of downs going up top. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Oof, that boy's got you holding your breath every time he runs the football. So elusive, so fast. He scrambles around, buys time, and throws an incompletion. But every incompletion even looks good because he's so exciting to watch.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. There's timeout on the field. Arizona State calls it 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. They're all over it. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. At the 20. Touchdown, Cougars! The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
And this is always the fine line as an offense, man. You want to be aggressive. You want to go get more points right before the half, but you can't be careless. You can't make mistakes. And, man, Palmer, that's a big mistake that goes all the way back the other direction.
And give the defense credit, too, because in that 2-minute situation, they're expecting pass. Everybody's got to be on guard. Everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback. He was able to jump the throw. Now he's taking it the distance. He's building the lead for his team. They've got so much momentum now heading into halftime.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Play action on first down. Gonna take a shot. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's take a look at the Nebraska Cornhuskers taking on the number 8 team, the NC State Wolfpack. And it's the Huskers coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you've got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Complete. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. BYU right back to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. The Cougars are moving quickly down the field.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
Breaks into the open. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Welcome to college. First carry for the freshman. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. BYU now into the red zone. They'll ride the hot hand. Touchdown, Cougars! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Bringing it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here. When it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He'll throw it. And the third down pass is incomplete.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Makes the catch at the 30. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Hand it to the back.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Turns it upfield. Quick step and go. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Got some room to run. The 50. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
Man, what a play. Now you're setting your offense up for great position, but you want to make big plays as a defense. Not only make big plays, return it a long way down the field. You wanted a touchdown, obviously, but you set your offense up in great scoring position.
Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. First down, right back to Brown. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Sells the run, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Miller. Well, that toe tap catch had a little style, but not much substance on that.
No, the defense did a good job, too, using the sideline to their advantage. Using the sideline as a 12th man. There was nowhere for that receiver to go except get 1 foot down and get out.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Oh, man, that's a touchdown. He's in the end zone. He has got to be able to make that catch.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Sun Devils! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
Well, it's always nice to get the first one out of the way. That's the first passing touchdown for the season in this offense, and they've got a lot of playmakers. Their quarterback is accurate, makes good decisions. You saw it on that play. That's the first, and it certainly won't be the last.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. Now let's take a look at the stats and what has been a nip and tuck affair. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. From the gun, running back gets to give. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Bachmeier. Under pressure, did the work himself. Turning it on. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. BYU trying to make this red zone trip pay off. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Phillips. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown Cougars! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Man, this is wild late in the game. We're seeing 2 heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
They'll try to add another to their lead. Just when you think it's automatic, it's not. Extra point, no good.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Drops back on 1st down. Got the back over the middle. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up. Hits inside. It's Robinson. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Rashad Downs going up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Robinson. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And I love linebackers, man. They just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground. Offense gets set for second down. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Look out! Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
On third down, here's Robinson. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
And that's a good job by this offense getting the first down, but we got to be in a hurry, right? The clock's
intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 41. The give as they work on that clock. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. Timeout taken by the Sun Devils, their first of 3. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Out wide left, it's Lions. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And obviously, getting the completion, it's a killer. They get a new set of downs. You got to find a way to make a play now. The saving grace, I guess, Jesse, is he ran out of bounds and stopped the clock, so at least the clock isn't running.
Yeah, and David, it's just a situation right now defensively. I think you just got to take more chances, right? You may have to blitz, you may have to sell out, you might risk giving up a big play, but it's just so critical at this juncture of the game that you're able to retake possession to give yourself a chance to win.
BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Right side, it's Ncaa. There's timeout on the field. Arizona State calls it second. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Now the Sun Devils calling their 3rd and final timeout. Now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Fourth down, gotta have it here. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with a sack.
They'll break up this drive from the 30-yard line. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And those are the plays that you worry about as a defensive coordinator, man. Not getting beat over the top, but not just by any guy, but by a guy that can fly. And they've been worried about it all game long. Their game plan has been steered toward that, and right here they execute.
He tries to take the top off. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.